All right, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. And the market is still open. It's 2:15 Eastern time, and I am pretty much done for the day. I did some hit and run, and we're not rich, but we got them a little bit, and I like to get them a little bit every day. And I don't like to leave my money on the table very long, but we did call some bangers today. Here we're looking at the hood, and I already cashed out. You can see my entry down here. I waited until 10 o'clock, and then it stayed above Ripster's clouds. Shout out to Ripster, and it looked good on the 15-minute as well. I didn't want to chase it at the open, but when it regained a little stability here, I went in, and I calls are good till Friday, so I sold up in here when it was pushing into this zone. The zone is like 15 and a half, and I had posted that on Twitter. Let's take a look. And we had given some bangers last night in the video and on our Discord. The CLSK, she works out just fine today, and that was a home run for anybody that got in the first hour or 2 hours. You had plenty of time. Let it snow, man. That was on our watch list because it had rain. So was Mara, and they all ran this morning. But this is what I wanted to look at. And I did a video last night and said maybe spy puts for breakfast. And I also said be careful. And let's look at the original post. Let's look at it. Here you go. Lots of hype 6 hours ago. So that was 6 a.m. this morning, or 8 o'clock this morning before the market opens. I said, be careful, wait for the trend, right? Puts or calls doesn't matter to me. But I also had said to be careful because when every dishwasher and shoe shine boy has a stock pick, that's when you got to be careful, okay? And we had mentioned that somewhere up here. I can't find the original one, guys, but there's an old saying. I think it comes from Rockefeller back in the 20s, and here 7 hours ago. So this is like 9 a.m. or 8:30 this morning. When every dishwasher and shoe shine boy has a stock pick, that should be a red flag. Okay, well, we had data at 10 o'clock, and it was new home sales. And I had been reading all morning or all weekend that the realtors and were talking the mortgage rates are up a little bit, so the new applications for home sales are down. And so these home sales, this data is a month old, but the current market, psyche is the mortgage applications are down, and the realtors are saying the sales are backing off. Okay, and the bonds are up. Okay, and so there's two signs right there that it could go red. And I had told everybody on Twitter that this thing was on the edge of a cliff, and I telling the guys in our Discord that all morning. And uh-huh. Here it is right here. She's on the edge of a cliff, and the next zone down was 505. And so let's look at the 5 minute. And we got in when she lost the zone, but I had been in a couple times. One was too early, and then another one chopped out. But every time it went down below the zone, I went in it a couple times. And this time I got them. And we sold into this dump and got stopped out. And if you see these, let's get rid of the volume. They're showing you a possible reversal when you see these candlesticks with the wicks on the bottom. But it's the second time today. The other time was 11 a.m. or something where they had a good one. It went above the clouds, above the 20-day moving average, which is a yellow line. And so then it started going down again, but always with the retracements, which is the green. So we have a downward trend, but we have strong retracements, which totally kills your time value. And that's why I say to get in and get out. And I'll take the 20, 30, 40% and do it over and over and over. Okay. These are good wicks on these candles. And so you could have bought the bottom and ran it up. But hindsight's 2020. I don't do that. When I see a downward trend, I'm looking for this right here to get into puts again, where it rejects and it starts going red on the next candle. Okay. I'm looking at the downward trend. I don't want calls. And it could certainly run back up. And we saw that several times in the last few days where they did a reversal and it ran. So it's kind of violent out there, trade small and spread your bets out throughout the day. Aim small, miss small, and you'll get small wins and small misses, but no big losses, and you'll grow the account, hopefully, right? It's risky, guys. You have to mitigate the risk by doing things like practicing risk management. Don't YOLO all your money on one horse. But I kind of pissed them off on the Twitter because I told them, hey, I told you so. But everybody's hyping these stocks and saying they're all going to the moon. And I was being cautious, saying, well, it's the edge of a cliff. Look at it on the 5 minute zoomed out. So this is a spy on the 5 minute. She's zoomed out, and it could easily drop to 502, 503, 504. But the next zone is 505, and it went to like, oh shit, it went to like 506.04. So, 506.04. And it was a pretty good drop, man. And it paid, it paid pretty good. I was in heavier earlier. This was a small trade, the one I had earlier this morning. I went in like a couple times, right? And this was a small one. I like the earlier trades to be small. And then I took one in the middle. It didn't work out. I got stopped out, but that's okay. I didn't lose anything. I think it was a break even or I made a dollar. That's fine. This was a smaller trade. I don't lie about it. I wish it was as big as the one I did earlier, but every time it left my zone, I took an entry. And sooner or later, she gave up the ghost. And it was right here at 1 o'clock when she finally did it. And so running in at the open and chasing things at the open, I guess you can make a lot of money. I have. I've also gotten burned a lot trading the open. I like to wait. And I always say that 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. And whenever they finally give up and show us the trend, it can be later in the day. And of course, this was a big dump, but the trend has been in all day. This is a 1 minute candle. Let's look at the 5 minute because that's what I trade. So this is basically the open right about here. And we had a downward trend with a retracement, another retracement, but it's still going down all day. Zoom out is always the answer. Zoom out to the 15 minute, and then you can spot the trends. Okay. And so here we are on the 15 minute. You can see the trend is clearly down. So remember, you can buy the puts for tomorrow. You don't have to trade the 0 date to expiration. And the hood was good till Friday on these calls, and she's still going. And I just told the guys in the Discord, um, let's see. Let's see. I don't see anything wrong with hood calls here, guys. And that was like 156. So that was like half an hour ago. And she's up like 15 cents since I posted that. And there she goes, pushing through the next zone. And I told them right here, I don't see anything wrong with the calls. Now she did a retracement, but boom, she's going right now while we're talking. And the reason I posted that for the guys in the Discord was, again, zoom out and you can see that it's got an upward trend, just some small red retracements, but it stays above Ripster's clouds. And more importantly, looking at my zones, let's go to a daily. The hood can go up a lot from here. See, she's down and now she's starting to recover as she comes off the bottom and she's already got earnings. It's breaking out of this pattern it was in from here to here to here. It's breaking out of that and it's going to the next zone. And so the next zone for hood is 16 something, and then after that is 18. But yeah, there it is, guys. I hope it helps somebody, and I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you. Yes, we share the whole screen. We just don't care.